Welcome back, guys. We are now doing chair yoga class number 2. If you're following along at home, I would encourage you guys to tell your friends about this. It's something that they can do from home in the safety of their own home, and we'll be doing these online every few weeks until we return to the senior center. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start first with our warm-up, and we're going to start with the seated sun salute. So we're just coming up overhead, touching our palms, and then down in front. Now I want you to stop here and just go back and forth, forward and backward. All right, let's do that again. All right, so we're coming up. I want your posture tall, as if you're reaching for the ceiling with your head. Back and forth, forward and backward. One more time. Here we go. Up overhead. Again, this is just preparing our body for the stretching and strengthening that we're going to do here shortly. Nice job. Okay, let's go ahead and go into mountain pose. So remember, mountain pose is just a reminder of good posture. So I want you guys to pretend like there's a string from the top of your head pulling you up toward the ceiling. Okay, I want your chin kind of down. I don't want you looking up at this point. I just want you straight ahead. All right, I want your shoulders relaxed. And so they're just kind of coming down. Your shoulder blades are coming down your back, nice and relaxed, and your palms facing forward. Okay, from here, I want you to breathe in and out for 4 breaths. Breathe in, all the way to your belly, and out. Nice job, and last one. Now from here, we're going to take extended mountain pose, and I want you just to roll it forward until your head is between your arms and back for 1. We'll do 4 of these. Here's 2. This is just a dynamic stretch. 3, and last one for 4. Nice. Okay. All right, continuing to warm up that back and the shoulder blades. I just want you to raise your shoulders up and take a breath in and out and come down. We'll do this 4 times. And last time. All right, guys, moving on down into our middle section of our body, our core, warming up the back, especially the low back. We're going to take our palms together and swim forward and come back. Nice. Forward and come back. Forward and come back. And last time. Forward and come back. Good. Okay. I want you to take one hand on your shoulder, and I just want you to bend your head away from that hand. Now I want you to try to let everything relax here. Just let the weight of your head stretch your neck on this side. Remember, no shallow breathing. I want nice deep breaths. And up, and now to the other side. And back up. Okay, moving down into the legs, still middle section of the body and into the legs. We're going to take our arms out, and I just want you to twist toward one wall, and as you do that, you're going to bring up that opposite leg. So I've got my right arm, which would be your left arm over here, and my left leg, which would be your right leg. So here we go. We're just going to twist. 1, do that again. We'll do this 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. This should be controlled. I don't want you to fling your body around. I really want you to control that motion. Here we go on the other side. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Nice job. Okay. Now we're going to do the last of the warm-up, and that's the ankle roll. So I just want you to roll your ankle. I'm going to hold mine up so you can see it on the camera here. We're going to roll for 5 in one direction, 5 in the opposite direction, nice big circles, and up and down for 5. Good. Okay, and then the other side. 5. And back. And up and down. Excellent. Okay, guys, we are moving into our workout. We're going to stay seated for this first portion, and we're going to do strength training first, followed by some deep stretching, okay? And so we're going to start first with the static, just meaning staying still, prayer pose. So here's what I want. This is a strength move. So what I want you to do is put your palms together and press inward. We're going to hold this stretch. Okay, remember to breathe. I said stretch, hold this pose. I don't want you to hold your breath. Really squeeze those hands together. And now we're going to take those hands while we're squeezing them still, and we're going to go back and forth. So we've got 1, 2. You do this with me for as long as you can. 3, 4, 5. I'm going for 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Okay, and done. So that's working the chest muscles through the shoulders and the arms. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next exercise. So grabbing your band, we're going to do a lat pull down. Now, if you don't have a band, you can repeat this exercise without the band. That's okay. What I recommend you do is just lean forward a little bit if you don't have the band, so that you have gravity working on against you. Okay, so we're going to take that band. Remember to if you double it up, you're really increasing the resistance of the band. To make it lighter, you use more band, and to make it heavier, you use less band. Okay, and you can change the color of the band to change the resistance as well. All right, so we're going to come up overhead, and I'm just going to bring my arms down, and that band comes up to the top of my chest and back up. For 2. I'm going for 10. You do as many as you can with me. 3, really squeeze those shoulder blades together. 4, 5, 6, this is slow and controlled. 7, 8, coming down and squeezing. 9, and last one for 10. Nice. Okay, so working the back, we've worked the chest and the arms, the back, and now we're moving into shoulders. So I'm going to have you grab your dumbbells. All right, and with this one, we're just going to raise the shoulders. Now remember, I always talk about controlling that motion, so I don't want you just flinging your arms out to the side. I want you to raise and lower with control. So we're going to do this for 10 times. 1, there's a slight bend in your elbow to protect those elbows. 2, don't rest for very long at the top or bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Okay. All right, we're going to move down into our lower body. So I'm going to put my bands down. I'm going to, or my dumbbells down. I'm going to grab my band. All right, and we're going to do a leg press. Now for this one, remember, the higher up your leg goes, the more difficult the exercise. And again, you can adjust the resistance by the way you hold the band. So I'm going to double up my band. I'm going to put that band kind of in the middle, middle upper range of my foot, and I'm gonna bring my leg back like this, okay? Now, I'm also going to try to maintain good posture, all right? So you're gonna be back a little bit, but I don't want you resting all the way back here if you can avoid it, okay? And so what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna press forward and back. You're gonna really squeeze those muscles as you go forward. 2, nice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I should have said prior to this, guys, if you do not have a band at home, you can simply do leg extension. So you're extending the leg out and down, okay? Now, for the next one, we're gonna grab that band and put it around our foot and do it on the other side. So you're either doing this exercise with me or you're doing leg extensions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Excellent. Okay, put that down. We are going to put this down, and let's see, we've got a chair pose. So we're working our glutes and our back as we do. This is really kind of a total body exercise, and it's pretty simple to do, but kind of difficult to maintain. And so what I want you to do, we did this last week and we had a block, but this week we're going to focus really on the glutes for this exercise. So I want you to squeeze those glutes, your butt muscles, as you're sitting on that chair. So squeeze those glutes, just practice that, and release, squeeze, and release. Okay, at the same time, we're gonna bring our arms up overhead. Now, as you do this, I would like for you to bend forward just slightly at the hips, okay? So you're maintaining a straight back. I want you to bend at the hips. I want your arms as far up, if you can, beside your ears, and you're gonna hold that. Now, if this is too much for your range of motion, you can always just do glutes only, okay? So we're going to squeeze, we're gonna hold, and release. Squeeze, and release. Nice, squeeze, release. 2 more, and then we're gonna hold that pose. Squeeze, release, and last one, squeeze, release. Your arms might be getting tired, your back might be getting tired, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to maintain this if you can. I want you to squeeze and hold for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice. All right, moving into legs, so quads, the front of your legs, and abdominal muscles. We're going to do the boat pose. We're going to do one leg at a time, and so we're looking similar to a boat. Mine's not quite that pretty, but I'm going to lift my leg up, okay? I'm going to come back just a little bit, kind of to a crunch position here, all right? I'm going to put my arms out. We're going to lift and lower our arms as we hold this pose. Here we go. Nice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Come back up. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. If you need something more advanced, you can always do both feet at a time. That is pretty tricky. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Okay, last strength exercise, and then we're going to do some stretching as we're seated. We're going to come into our warrior pose, okay? Now, we did this one last time. If you can join me and take your legs straight back, that's what I'm going to recommend. If not, because this requires quite a bit of flexibility, then I'm going to have you guys point your knee toward the ground, okay? So whichever way you're doing, what we're going to do is we're going to do the warrior pose, okay? But we're also going to work on the strength of our back. And so what we're going to do is come down into a tabletop. Now when we do that, all of our weight shifts to that front leg, okay? So we're also getting a leg workout. So I'm gonna do that 6 times. Here we go. All right, we're gonna go down and up. There's 1. Down and up for 2. Down, up for 3. 4. 5, we're shifting that weight to the front, and last one for 6. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Again, you can have your knee down toward the floor, or if you can take the full extension, then you'll take your leg back. You can come up. Now we're going to go down onto that front leg into a tabletop and back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice job. Okay, that's it for the strength portion of our seated exercises. So we're going to go into some stretching, and we're going to start first by just taking our arm across our chest and just gently pulling that arm towards you, okay? Nice deep breaths. Again, guys, I just want to remind you there are all kinds of ways to modify these, and if there's one that's more difficult for you and you don't feel comfortable with it, you can always substitute in a stretch or catch up with us on the next stretch. All right, down. Now we're going to do that on the other side. All right, and now we're going to come up. So I'm going to take one arm up, and I'm going to kind of balance myself with my hand on my chair over here, and I'm just going to lean to the side. Now remember, I want you directly to the side. I don't want you forward or backward. I want you just directly over to the side. Feel that stretch down through the side of your body. And now to the other side. And back up. Okay, we're going into eagle pose next. I keep this one in here because it's a really good stretch. And so if the full pose is too difficult for you, I want you to put your palms together and maybe even your arms, okay? And you're gonna follow us this way. Now if you can, you're gonna twist one arm around the other. You're gonna touch those palms in whatever way you can. And as we breathe in, we're gonna come up, out and down for 4 breaths. Two more. And last one. Nice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch. So now I want you to twist the other arm up and down for 4. Here we go. Nice job. Okay. All right, we're moving into the next stretch. Now guys, it's hard sometimes to slow down and take time to stretch and even do strengthening, but I've told my classes 100 times, strength and flexibility diminish with age, really starting at the age of 30. The good news is a lot of that doesn't have to be lost. If you continue to work those areas, you can maintain a lot of your strength and flexibility over time. But they do decrease rapidly if we're not being intentional about that. And so this is a good time to take this time and just really focus on your flexibility, your range of motion, and your strength. Okay, we're gonna lift that leg. Sorry, that was a commercial break. We're gonna lift that leg as high as we can, and then we're gonna tuck our chin and roll down forward toward our knee. Now, if you can't put your forehead on your knee, that's absolutely fine. But I want you to curl in that ball as best you can and breathe in and out. Other side. We've got still a few more seated, and then we're going to go to our standing exercises in just a couple minutes. And down. Nice. Okay, our quad stretch, or really the hip flexor stretch here, is going to be on the side of our chair. So one cheek is on the chair, one is off, and we're going to take that knee down toward the ground. All right. Now, if you don't feel a stretch through your hip flexor, these muscles right here that move your hip, then I want you just to lean back slightly. And back up. All right, we're going to move to the other side. All right, we're going to lean back. Sorry, there's an animal outside of my window right now, in case you hear that. And now my dog is going crazy. All right, and back up. Nice. All right, we're going into hamstring stretch, so I want you to take that leg out, that heel on the ground, the toe pointing up. You're using your hips as the hinge, and you're coming forward to feel that stretch through the back of your leg. Back up, and now switch. And back up. Nice. Okay. Now, if you can, I would like you to put your ankle onto the top of your knee. If you can't, you can just cross your legs at the ankles. But this is really an outer thigh stretch, and so I want to maintain that stretch if we can. All right. So from here, you can keep your hands down on your legs. I just want you to bend forward so slightly so that you feel that pull in the outer thigh, the outer glutes, through that outer hip. And then we have one more seated exercise. And back up. Another one up. Come forward. And back up. All right, guys, we're just going to bend forward here. I want you to take your legs kind of wide. I want you to bend down toward the floor. Bring your head down. All right, I want you to stay in this position for just a few seconds, breathing in and out. Let your head hang down. Feel the weight of your head. All right, we're going to just twist gently to one side. If you can bring your arm up overhead with me. And then back down, and now to the other side, very gently. Nice. Back down. I want you to come up very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. All right. Okay, guys, we're going to stand now for the last portion of our workout. Okay, guys, we are back for the second half and the last portion of our workout. So you're going to start with your band. We're going to do strength training first and end with stretching. Okay, so you're going to grab your band, and I want you to hold either end in either hand, and you're going to step on your band with both feet. So right in the middle of your band, okay? Now, I don't care how you hold your band. I want you to do what's comfortable for you, but I want your palms facing out, okay? And they're gonna come out into mountain pose. And I just want you to lift those arms up to chest height if you can, and back down. So we're going to do 10 of these. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause at the top, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, here we go. Maintain good posture. 9, I don't want you using your body to lift you up and down. I want you to stand straight and tall. Nice job, and that was 10. Okay, so we're going to do a shoulder and back exercise that helps with the stabilizing muscles of the rotator cuff. And so we're gonna grab our dumbbells next, and we're gonna do an exercise called raise the glass. And what I want you to do is keep your hands around that dumbbell, and I want it upward. So it's like you're holding a cup. You don't want to spill the cup to either side. I want you to bend over your chair. I want you to take your arms straight out, and you're going to lift and lower with me. So here we go. We're going to lower and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Good. Okay, while you're doing this, I want you to have a slight bend in your knees. Don't lock out your knees, and we're going to do it on the other side, okay? So I'm going to put my hand down, and we're going to do it on this side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, so for the next one, we're going to keep our dumbbells. For this one, there's 2 ways to do this. If you have a full range of motion and no injury in the shoulder, then we're going to do overhead triceps. So with this one, your hands are overhead. These aren't your knees, these are your elbows. Your elbows stay by your head, okay? So I don't want them coming out. I want them to stay by your head. You're going to take those dumbbells back and straight up overhead. Now, if that's too much for your range of motion, then you can continue, like we did last time, to do a kickback, okay? So, but I would recommend you do it with both at one time, okay? So here we go. We're going to do 10 of these. Lower and lift for 1, 2, 3, keep those elbows in, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Okay, so we're going to work the backs of our arms just now. We're going to do the front, the biceps. Now you can also make this a leg exercise if you want. So without the legs, we're going to do a dumbbell curl. Using the legs, we're going to take our legs wide into a plie. So your toes are pointed out kind of in a V, and you're going to sit down into that exercise, keeping your chest proud. Okay, and then holding that will work your legs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Excellent, and up. Good, okay, so we're gonna take one or both dumbbells depending on how much weight you want to use. Remember, this should be a challenge for you. You should feel it by the end. If you don't, you probably need to bump up the resistance. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna sit, stand, put away. Now, what I want you to do is sit low as you can. When you stand, you're gonna curl those up, And then we're gonna make this a shoulder exercise, and we're gonna push it up overhead. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna sit, stand, put it away. Good. Sit, stand, put it away. Excellent. This is 3. Good. I'm going for 10. You do as many as you can with me. Sit, stand, put it away. Nice. We're halfway there. Sit, stand, put it away. Excellent. We have 3 more. There's 1. 2, and last one. 4, 3. Good. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do our planks next. So with the planks, we're working really the front side of our body. So what I want you to do, you can do this on a wall, or the next level, level 2, would be on a chair. It can be done on the floor as well. What I want you to do is keep your shoulders over your wrists and your body in a straight line, okay? And we're gonna hold this. Now, if this is easy for you, then you can bring one leg up at a time and back. All right, that's up to you, but we're gonna hold this pose. So if you can get into this pose and hold it with me. Remember to breathe. I'm not locking out my elbows. I am double jointed though, so it does kind of look like it, but I want you to keep your elbows kind of soft. Okay, we're holding this, looking down towards your chair. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. All right, we're going to grab our bands. We've got a couple more strength exercises to do, and then on to balance and stretching. All right, so we're going to step on our band again. I'm holding my bands on either end. All right, I want some tension on the bands, okay? So you should be pulling on the band, and we're just going to come down to the side, not forward or backward, but just directly to the side. There's 1. We're going to stay on that same side. 2, 3, 4, just ever so slightly, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay guys, we're gonna do it on the other side, but I want you to stand firm, okay? I don't just want you letting the band pull you around. I want you to keep a nice firm, keep your glutes firm. You know, don't sag your belly. I want you to keep it nice and tight. You don't have to suck it in, but just keep those muscles nice and tight. We're gonna come over to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to switch my paper here because we are going to go into our final exercises with balance and stretching, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is walk the plank. And so for this one, I want you to make sure you're safe, number 1, but I want you to put one foot directly in front of the other. So your heel should be touching the toe of the foot behind you, okay? So you can put your arms out if you need more balance. And we're gonna just take 4 or 5 steps forward, okay? I'm gonna take that forward. Now, I want you to stop here. If you feel safe at this point, I want you to look from side to side. You'll feel unbalanced, so be careful. Side to side. Nice. Now back. Whew, my balance is a little off today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, from here, side to side, side to side. Excellent. Okay. I definitely need some practice in that area. All right, the next one we're gonna do is just a leg lift balance, okay? So I want your leg up. You can put your arms out to the side, find that spot on the floor that doesn't move, and I want you to hold this for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now guys, if you come out of that, that's okay, you just come right back up into it. Also, if that is very easy for you, then I want you looking from side to side as you do this, okay? Now, we're gonna go ahead and do that on the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, into our stretching. We're gonna go ahead and do the overhead stretch. So if you've had hip replacement or hip issues, I just want you keeping your feet side by side, okay? Now, if not, you can take that outside leg, cross it over the inside leg, arm up, and come over to the side. And you can kind of lean out into the stretch a little bit to really get down through the hip. Breathe into the stretch and back up. Nice. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So you can move around to the other side of your chair or not. I'm going to take that other leg, cross it over. All right, we're going to go up and over and stretch. If you're doing it without the chair, it does require some balance. Nice. Okay, we're going to take our hands behind our back. If you can clasp your hands behind your back, and then I want you just to raise your arms as far as you can. Okay, this should not cause pain. You should just feel tension, all right? Again, everyone's flexibility is different, but this is going to stretch through your chest and your shoulders. Okay, moving into one of my favorites. I'm stretching through the chest and the back, both. What I want you to do is a child's pose, but we're gonna do this standing to the chair. So I want you to put your hands on your chair. I want you to walk back. Okay, there should be a little bit of bend in your knees. I don't want them locked out. And I want you just to make your body or your back into a tabletop, okay? That chest should be pointing down. All right, you should feel this through your shoulder blades and even into your chest as you point that toward the ground. Imagine there's a cup of water on your back. You don't want to disrupt that water and spill it. But you do want to continue to breathe. Don't hold your breath on this one. All right, we're going to walk it back up slowly. Good. Okay. Now for this next one, we're gonna move into our lower body. You can use a chair to help you balance or a tabletop something. I'm gonna go without the chair here. And I'm just gonna lunge to the side. Now when I lunge, I'm still protecting my knees. I don't want your knee to go out beyond your toe. So you're gonna bring it out and kind of sit back into it, okay? Now, I'm gonna take my other foot and lift my toe so that now I feel a stretch through my inner thigh. Just a couple more. And back up. And now to the other side. Again, you can be holding on to something in front if you need to. and back up. Okay. All right, we're gonna lunge forward now. So now we're gonna stretch through the hip flexors. I want you to step forward, okay? Now this front knee stays behind that toe. You don't go beyond it. And you're gonna that back leg stays pretty straight. And you're gonna just point that hip toward the floor as much as you can. Stretching through the hip. And back up. Again, you can use assistance because doing this without something requires balance and some strength as well. So I'm pointing that hip down toward the ground. And back up. And now final one, I'm going to point this chair, the seat toward me. We're gonna stretch our hamstrings as we do the triangle pose. So I want your feet staggered, so they're kind of in a triangle here. Both toes are pointing forward. And I just want you to bend forward, trying to bring your nose toward your knee. Obviously it requires a lot of flexibility to do that, but just try your best to get it as far toward your knee. That's the goal, as far toward your knee as you can. All right, so keeping those legs straight. We're just bending forward. Feeling that stretch through the back of the legs, especially that front one. Okay, and now switch. Legs are straight, your nose is toward your knee. Those knees a little bit. I want you to come up slowly. Nice. Up overhead and down. Good job today, guys. I'll be back in a couple weeks with a new video.